Hi everyone, very good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the class, 9 a.m. ritual class. Having a day last week. Talk about the basics of English language, which example grammar, concepts, and new words every day. Also talk about uh, VA section. Okay, from reading comprehension, VA section. Talk about VA section, vocabulary. We will talk about odd one out. One class is a make sure it's a nice combination of all the important aspects of language except reading comprehension, which we take up at our daily class at 2 p.m. every day. So today for this week, this sessions will uh, go from Monday to go from Tuesday to Friday, and from next week onwards probably again Friday. But then from after that, having Friday. It is happening on a regular basis, but just because I have to create good quality content, choose what to talk and present it. So, welcome to this new class of ours. Enjoying. My name is Anupam. Go to Academy, install it, stay in touch, plus chat and subscribe. The other offerings which we have in front of us, any months make sense. The pricing per month is 12 months, 5 for 24 months, 15,750. 12 months in cost effective. I've ever seen. Don't no, not only prepare you for CAT test, CAT, GDPI, process. Let's talk about a few words discussed based on the root word usage. Mal as a root word, bad. There are so many words. Malified, malafide, doing something in bad faith, attempt to deceive somebody. Malafide, malabsorption, bad absorption of. That's more of a medical. Maladjusted, a poor ability to adjust to a social environment. Somebody is able to adjust social, probably they have some maladjust pattern of activity. Look at it. Is some synonyms will be unbalanced and agitated. So start from the first one. Malified means when we do something in bad faith, not a noble intention. Fide. And vis-a-vis opposite will be bona fide. Then good intention. Malabsorption because that it's bad absorption of our digestive system. There are cases and places where the maladjust poor ability to adjust to a social environment. Synonyms unbalanced and agitated. Malaise. Malaise is a general state of feeling badly, sickness, not feeling well, feeling sick. Lice is also referred to not keeping. Antonym is health and becomes malign. Malign means evil natured. It's despiteful and hateful. And antonyms are benevolent and benign. When somebody has a evil nature, is malign. Antonym is malefactor, doer. Some does wrong thing. Then comes malady. Malady means disordered condition. That the malady which bugs are poverty or uneducation, lack of illiteracy. So that disease, malpropism. Malpropism is bad use or misuse of words due to lack of knowledge. Then comes malcontent. Malcontent is someone dissatisfied and wants to uh, change something done wrong. Aggrieved. Person is discontent. Opposite will be content and content. So person who is not happy with the state of there is wrong has been done to him, that person is malcontent. This there is a happy government school or workplace. That person is malcontent. Dissatisfied, who aggrieved and discontent. Opposite will be content and contented. 11th is malediction. Curse words uttered to cause evil. Curse words uttered to cause evil. It's a so malediction. Curse words wishes bad for others, ill will for others. This opposite of blessing. So to bless somebody, you say that okay. Opposite will be a anathema or ban. Is malediction. Antonyms: diction. 12th is benefactor. Factor means one who committed crime or bad thing. Malefactor is who committed a crime or did something bad. Again, a criminal person. 13th, malfeasance. Malfeasance means committing harm or evil. 14th, malfeasance again sounds similar, but it's improper or illegal behavior. 15th, malignant, evil-natured, bad or health. It means evil nature, bad for health. Basically, malignant is also used for cancerous tumor. Manism is a theory that the world is evil. The world is malodor. Malodor is bad smell. Synonyms will be fetidness, foulness, funk, giminess, rancidity, rankness, stench, and stink. Malodor, bad smell. So, This is it. Come to the grammar section. So, what are verbs? Verbs are part of speech used to talk about state or action. When we're talking about state or an action, uh, they basically use verbs here. For example, we see that John is a violin player, and we say John plays violin. So when I say that John is a violin player, violin, basically what is happening is that I need something to provide state to John, state of X or Z, violin player. That word which is used here is is. Is a verb here because verb talks about state or action. Then when we want to convey that John plays violin, plays is again a verb. So it is again it's again an action. Then comes main verb. The action verb example is plays, running, talks. So action verbs are plays, running, talks, playing, talking. And what are your modal? So these are the main verbs which have action. Then comes modal or helping verbs. Remember, is stayed here. John is a foreign player, so that becomes your is. Okay? Uh, is, am, was, were, are, been, has, have, had, will, would, can, may, might, shall, should. So this is basically, so this is nothing but what is happening is that these are all your helping words or modal words. So they don't provide action to use. Look at this is, am, was, were, are, be. They provide basically a state that I was working as a police officer. I am an army officer. I am a we are all educators. We were all fire brigade. We used to work in the fire. So in use is different. We were firefighters a decade ago. So again, this is were here. All this is, am, was, were. They are all talking about the state. They are not main verbs. They are helping verbs, or they are modal verbs. They are used to do what? Used to provide information related to the state, the number, the tense, person of the subject. Then there are primary modals. The primary modals are used to talk about the state of the subject. Example is, am, are, was, were, be. So I, we, you, he, they, am. I, we, you, he, am, are, is working. I am working hard. Do not say me are working hard. So this is incorrect. This is in I, we, you, he, she. This is a subjective form, subject form of the form. Then they say are, am, is. So this is basically a connection message wherein they are connecting the subjective form of pronoun with the modal, with the to be forms. But to be forms provide state of a subject. Is, am, are, was, were. So with them, what I'm trying to say here, with to be forms here, don't use we don't use the objective form, we use the subjective. Then comes will and shall. It is used when there is a guarantee or surety. Shall is used only in case of first person. He will help you. When there is a surety, there is a confirmed surety, we use, and we use shall when we talk about only talk about the first person. Use I and we. Then comes can. Basically, it is used for ability of present. Can is used for ability of present. That is, I can pass a swimming. Could means it is used for the ability of the past. I could pass a swimming test last. Can is used for the ability for the capability of present. Example, I can pass a swimming. Could, it is used for capability of past. I could pass the swimming test last year. May, it is used for possibility. Might for possibility. But may is stronger than might. Might is the past form of may. However, it can be used while talking about the present to depict a possibility, albeit weaker than the possibility of survey. What happens that can is, so when I say that I can pass the test, or I can pass a swim, or I can swim 5 kilometers in 30. That means I'm talking that I have the ability right now to. But if I use the word could, it is used for capabilities of past. I could pass a swimming test last year. Okay? My grandfather could swim 5 kilometers in 20 minutes. 50 years ago. Okay? My grandfather at my age could swim 5 kilometers in 15 minutes. So that is a capability of past which you don't have now. So that's can and could. Right? Got it? I could pass it just last year, but I can pass the swimming test now. I'm given. So reference to past can also come. Past may is used for possibility that something can happen. Something might, there's a possibility of something happening. Might is again used for possibility. May is stronger than might. Might is the past form of may. It can be used while talking about the present to depict a possibility which is weaker than the. So so if I say that I may pass the say the examination, I am say about 50% sure about it. But if I say I might pass the examination, then it is say about less than 50, around 40 to 30%. That is definitely may. Uh, let's come to odd one out. So this question, odd one out, is asked every year in CAT. Questions asked. Uh, Again, the how to manage questions like these. In how to manage questions like these. The one has to make summary, has to make pairs. So making summary is very important. So if you are given a piece in and you know how to say, so the agenda of this verbal ability and comprehension that your they want the clients want to test that for coming study with them. They have and simplify the ideas given. They have the ability to down the entire idea to distillation of ideas basically. Now, how can they test it? The methodology they have in front of them? Only technique which give you disparate passages, graphs, sort of tricky and kind of passages you not have, you might not have heard. Basically, those areas which you do not read in real life, do not sort of read something which is difficult, is finance or philosophy, astronomy, ocean biology, arcane, defense psychology, anything which is not read by, which is very arcane by people. And then they do not want you to test you on the knowledge, subject knowledge of the ideas given there or the paragraphs given there. What they're going to do, they are they're testing you basically on the ability to stand whatever is stand, um, and grasp the overall idea, have an understanding of the structure of the paragraph present in front of you, and then can you able to answer the questions based on this. Questions may be having a different language, this may be having a very different language. That is the key agenda. They basically look for how to make, how to understand the entire paragraph. Then it is about summary. So about pairs. So in form pairs, the pairs which are created because of remember we have done one para classes, para jumbles. Just how to form pairs. Pairs are formed on the basis of that there is some contrast. So we'll discuss tomorrow in detail about how to form ideas. So today is just the first class. So uh, basically, the idea is that can you, in a way, can you form relevant pairs? Like, for example, certain sentences they should come together every day, every time they're coming. They are relevant. They are extension of each other. The ideas given in the, or sometimes says that there is a contrast between what that information line A is contrasting to B. B has contrasting as to, or it can be also possible that there is sort of uh, there is some sort of serial orderness, first, second, first, second. So there is this. So if you see an order of firstly, second, then they're all jumbled up, so they will come in the same. In case you find that there is a there is a ideas are mentioned in a chronological order, like there is 1980 given in a sentence, and then there is 95 given. Sentence will come one after. Then say whenever we use a full form, standard form of acronym form of it, then the full form will be fused initially, and later on the acronym shortened form. Then comes the idea that so then comes the idea basically that how do you sometimes there is uh, so these are the basic ideas how you can and the pairs. Then there comes a irrelevant idea. So what happens that in odd one out, a very important thing, very easy thing is also is that if you form the pairs, one sentence you have not been able to pair up, okay, or you find that this particular line is irrelevant to the other ideas mentioned in the paragraph, then you can leave it. And also in the summary, you will feel that when you try to make a short summary of a line or two, that that one particular sentence isn't fitting into the entire context. So third point is one theme actually. So uh, generally the paragraphs are very small paragraphs. You know, they're not very big in number. Then they don't have a lot of have 4 to 5 sentences. So if one if there is a one because since it's a small paragraph, it'll not contain many ideas or many themes. It'll be only one thing, okay, which is being so that is how it. So we find that there is another theme coming in, not relevant, or certain words or certain tones or certain things are not going along with the other sentences, and that is your. So the question was in the earlier slide. Let's try and solve this question. Displacement in Bengal is thus not very significant in view of magnitude. Uh, a factor of displacement in Bengal is a shifting coast leading to erosion of riverbanks. The nature of displacement in Bengal makes it an interesting case study. Since displacement due to erosion is well spread over a long period of time, it becomes invisible. Rapid displacement would have helped sensitize public to. We were talking about there is some displacement happening. People are moving Bengal because of the erosion. That is given in at least 2 lines. So we cannot ignore that there is a certain amount of displacement happening. And so we can start. So A and 3, second and fourth line, they have to be present because both are talking about same thing. There is erosion happening, and erosion is displaced over it is well spread over a long period of. There's no period of time. There is it doesn't happen very often, or it's not happening at a high rate for every month. Well spread, and uh, so this is also true. You also see fourth says that rapid displacement would have, fifth says rapid displacement would have sensitized the public to its human cost. So this also somewhere sinks in with the entire idea, because this is a very uh, if you read one, it says displacement of Bengal is thus not a very uh, is not very significant in view of its magnitude. So we are talking about here magnitude of the problem. Here we were talking about the how, and it takes its spread over a long period of time. It's resting. It is happens. uh, the Ganges eroding the river banks. Basically, what happens that this happens a lot in parts where, especially with the that Ganges are very powerful. Okay, this the volume of water is very high. They directly come from the upper reaches of the Himalayas. Now, since they are formed by melting of glaciers, there is more other other tributaries. The upper reaches also join into Ganges. It becomes a uh, very powerful uh, entity force. Uh, so because of this, what happens that they cut into the banks. The Ganges while flowing, there's a river on the side of the bank wherein flowing. But if Ganges begins to slowly and steadily make a dent in the bank wall, it breaks into it. So you'll hear a lot of stories from migrants. I used to hear as a child growing that help when they keep the the Ganges have sort of eroded their farmland. It has taken over their farm. Why? Because inside that uh, it's a very sad thing, but I remember in those days I about it. Yeah, it remembered with me. Someone said so. Uh, I think the answer is one because we are not talking about the magnitude of it. Talking about it is one is sort of out of the context. So one is odd because we can sort of start by sentence by three saying that the name or makes study. Then comes factor of displacement in Bengal is the erosion of the banks. Since the displacement due to erosion is well spread over a long time, it is visible. Rapid displacement have helped sensitized on this stuff. So yeah, so we saw that how we sort of find out something which yeah, we will discuss verbs and odd one outs in great detail for joining back up. Yeah, so we are from on Academy. Like, subscribe, share, it will help us. If you subscribe the on Academy classes, you get live class with the live whole test, live doubt clearing session. Code is Saxena back at 2.